Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ray Master Flex here, and today I'll be doing a video about regarding the WWE. Now, last Monday on Monday Night Raw, I saw a lot of things that happened that was sort of, weird, and a lot of things that I didn't really. It was kind of crazy that happened on Monday Night Raw, and I understand that now. At this point in time, Monday Night Raw is been over a week over, and the next Monday Night Raw comes on tomorrow. But there's just something that I have to bring up here. And when I was looking at Monday Night Raw, there was a specific part on it that I seen that makes me sort of wonder if there's a change coming down the road. Particularly, I'm talking about the part when the New Day had dressed up like the Whites, because Xavier Woods seems as if he's not exactly into the things that the New Day have been doing with the Whites. Now, this whole situation with the New Day and the Whites has been kind of weird. I don't know why they started this whole thing with the New Day and the Whites. You got the Eater of Worlds, and you got this power positivity thing. It's one of the weirdest scenes I've ever seen. But one thing I've been noticing is that it seems as if they're trying to barge Xavier Woods and get him to somehow turn against his own teammates. And it makes me start to wonder, could Xavier Woods turn heel against, could Xavier Woods turn heel against the New Day? Because from what I've seen lately, and even when they first started this thing on the Monday Night Raw before last, Xavier Woods had this thing where he, for some reason, just kept staring at the Whites. And, I for one, I know a lot of people don't agree with me on this, but I, for one, I like the New Day. They are one of my favorite tag teams, one of my favorite fractions, should I say. And I really hate when they tend to break up teams. And we've seen this happen more than one occasion. It's like, unless you're brothers, because usually brothers, and even then, when Jeff and Matt were teaming up together, they had their times they broke up. But majority of the time they were in WWE, they stayed together as a team when they had to. But every time there's a fraction or something, they only keep them together for about a year or two, and after that, one of them turn against one another, and then they break up. And the New Day is one of my favorite fractions, and I would hate to see them, break up so quickly, because at this point, they've been together for a year and a half. And remember, this is the same time period that the Shield had ended, because after being together for a year and a half, then they had Seth Rollins turn his back on Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, and it was one of the best fractions out there. And I just don't want to see this happen to the New Day, and it's happened to just about every good fraction that was out there. When Evolution was together, after about a year, they turned on Randy Orton. Then after that, Batista turned on them. Then after that, it was only Triple H and Ric Flair left, and Triple H ended up turning his back on Ric Flair, and then Evolution didn't even exist. And it's just like, I've seen teams come and go. I've seen it. And, New Day has built his reputation of being one of the longest tag team champions as of right now. They have beaten Paul London and Brian Kendrick's record. They're beaten it as the longest reigning tag team champions. And I wonder exactly when they're going to lose the titles, but I don't want the reason why they lose the title to have something to do with Xavier Woods being, possessed with this whole Wyatt family thing, because it seems as if they're trying to get Xavier Woods to either join them, or they're trying to get him to understand, that this is not a game, that you don't play around the Wyatts. And it's like, the way how they're doing this, the way how they're writing this is just completely crazy. I just don't understand it.
You're my heart and you're my love.
I think that, you know, from what I've seen, like I said, because Xavier Woods is like the mouthpiece for the New Day. He's the mouthpiece. He was the one who did the most of the talking for the New Day. And for him to do most of the talking, and for him to be the same one to turn against them would be absolutely crazy. You know, and I just really wonder, could Xavier Woods turn heel against the New Day? Because we're starting to see a change in Xavier Woods' behavior. We're starting to see him do something really that he's never really done. You know, when they say the catchphrases, he don't really say it. He's been kind of laid back. Even when they have interviews, he doesn't really say anything. He just stares and looks at them. And it's really getting awkward. You start to wonder if Xavier Woods is getting ready to face a heel turn. Now, let's not forget that the New Day was heels at one time. They were heels for majority of 2015 because they got booed so much that they just turned them into heels. But then, as they became more, if they gained more popularity, more people started to cheer for them. And then they eventually became face when this year came up. Once they started rivaling with the Leader Nation, they became face because people just could not resist the New Day. And, you know, with all the great matches they had last year, especially the last one in off year, the TLC match, the Usos and Luchador Dragons, the Tag Team Championship, I really would hate to see this be the last year that the New Day together. I really hope that they can stay together for at least one WrestleMania. All I want is for them to win at WrestleMania. They lost twice at WrestleMania. First time last year it was a pre-show. This year it was actually on the main card, but they still lost. And I just really, what would make my day is seeing them win. You know, it's having the New Day win. And for Xavier Woods to be the one to turn against his teammates, it would be absolutely crazy. Now, I could see it. It would make no sense for it to be Big E. You know, it would make sense for it to be Big E, because, you know, he's like the powerhouse and everything, but it wouldn't make any sense for it to be Big E. It wouldn't make any sense to be Kobe, because they're just way too close. Xavier Woods, you know, what I've seen lately, it kind of scares me a little bit, because I hate when they break up good teams. Whether it's a fraction, whether it's a tag team, I hate when they break them up over time. I understand that, you know, sometimes they do it so that they can build them as individuals. But let's think about it. Kobe Kingston's been in the company since 2008. And if they wanted to build Kobe Kingston, they should have did that a long time ago. Now, Xavier Woods, he has more time on his plate. He did not actually come to the company until around 2013, 2012, something like that. He got called to the main roster in late 2013. So he hasn't really had as much time on his plate to build up his individual status. Big E's been in the company since about 2013, 2012. And, you know, only individual titles he had is Intercontinental title. Now, Kobe Kingston's been to the IC title. He's been the United States champion. He's never been the World Heavyweight champion, WWE champion, and we know why he's never won it. It goes way back to a situation that happened in 2010. That's part of the reason why he lost his push that he was getting in 2009 when he was rivaling with Randy Orton. So it just really makes you wonder the direction the WWE is trying to go. With this whole New Day and this Wyatt thing, this is just really crazy to me. And you know, when you think about it, the Wyatts have actually been the only fraction staged with each other for a long time. Now, if you want to cut bits and pieces, you can say that, you know, in 2014 when he broke them free, that they had technically broke up, and that was the time period that they turned Eric Rowan face. Luke Harper had his own music. Bray Wyatt was on his own. But if you think about that, that was for a short period. That was not that long. Yeah, they made it seem like the Wyatts was breaking up, but then right after that, because they knew they could not go forward with Eric Rowan being a face, it just could not work putting Eric Rowan as a baby face, because for one thing, he never actually was good on talking on the mic, and him being a baby face in general just doesn't look right. So they tried to do that, and they kept Luke Harper as a heel. You know, they kept Bray Wyatt as a heel, but at the end of the day, they put them right back together, because as soon as the spring came, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan got right back together. Right back together. the Wyatts got right back together. So as far as I'm concerned, they're probably the longest fraction to be together, because out of every team, even though they've had a little breakup in between in 2014, early 2015 or last year, they got back together once everybody came from the injury. Once Eric Roman came from his injury he suffered in May. Once they got Braun Strowman around the fall time, they were back together as the Wyatts. And I don't really see how this is benefiting Bray Wyatt's career, because he has won nothing since he's been in the company. He's one of the best heels in the company, and he's won absolutely nothing with this team. You would think by now this would help Bray Wyatt, but he's won nothing since he's been with this team. I don't really see how this is helping Bray Wyatt at all. It's really, in my opinion, this is not helping Bray Wyatt. But anyway, that's another story. Back to the New Day. You know, the New Day have been together at this point for almost 2 years, a year and a half. And they, you know, I just really do not want to see what I think is going to happen, because as I continue to watch Raw and SmackDown, I could see a change in Xavier Woods' behavior. And a lot of people, the ones who don't care about the New Day, they would just be like, you know, I don't care. I want to see it happen. And yes, there's a lot of other teams getting popularity out there, but that doesn't mean that they have to break up the New Day. There's a lot of teams who's getting popularity that deserve to be future tag team champions. But at the same time, it should not mean they have to break up the New Day just to get that to happen, you know. Keep them together, even if they were to lose the tag team titles eventually this year. Keep them together. I don't want to see them break up. And it's not like they're dying down. It's just the fact that, you know, the creative team act like they run out of writings eventually. After they do all these things with a person, then they act like they can't do nothing else. They act like they lose their ideas, like they don't know what the heck to do. So, you know, for Xavier Woods, like I said before, I really hope that I hope that Xavier Woods, I hope that he does not turn against the New Day. I hope that they do not break up anytime soon. I can sense that the time for them breaking up is coming sooner than later, because of just simple stuff that I'm saying. Because it was like right after they did the one, really, you can sense when a team's going to break up when they get too much cheers, when they get too much of people loving them so much. That's when you know somebody's about to turn on the team. Because when the minute, if you think about it, the Shield were heels from 2012 to 2014. They did not become faces until an episode of Raw when they had attacked Kane, because they were supposed to attack Jerry the King Lawler, but they attacked Kane. They gained popularity because of that. The minute that they started getting real hot as faces, first they went on to, you know, wrestle WrestleMania against Kane, the New Age Outlaws. Then they went to Extreme Rules, battle with Evolution. Then they battled with them again at Payback. Once they did all of that, then the next night on Raw, Seth Rollins turned his back on them. This is how you can sense it. Whenever they have a team get so much popularity, like I just mentioned with the Shield, you always know that something's about to happen. And with the New Day, they just became faces, official baby faces around the time of March, leading up to WrestleMania, when they was rivaling with the League of Nations. So you can kind of sense at that time that something was about to happen. That, you know, something, anytime a team goes from heel to babyface, because they originally were babyfaces that turned into heels because they got booed so much, and then, you know, then they became babyfaces again because the crowd, they just could not ignore, the creative team and Vince McMahon, they could not ignore the fact that the crowd was just loving them way too much. They just had to turn them babyface again. So, you know, I love the New Day. You know, their catchphrases are funny to me. When Xavier Woods first bought his trombone, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I just would hate for them to break up so quickly, and, you know, I would hate for Xavier Woods to turn his back on them. So that's all I really got to say, you know, with this whole situation. Could Xavier Woods turn heel against the New Day? If you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is Ray Master Flex here, signing off. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, that's what I meant to say. Make sure you do that. And give a thumbs up if you like this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys another day. Peace.